Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. Today is the waning gibbous moon. And let's see why Spirit had you stop by today, Sag. Somebody's feeling like a part of them is missing without you. So you're absent from somebody. They are really missing you at this moment. They feel like they let their pride and ego get in the way of a connection. Could be a Leo involved here. Doesn't have to be. All I know is they're sorry for letting their pride and ego get in the way of your connection. And they're stressing from this. Okay, what do you want to tell Sagittarius? Somebody's just overwhelmed. They've had enough. They're probably going to approach you. This could be you. Didn't I say they're going to approach you? Yeah, because there's an action of wands, the need to take action. Emperor, Empress does what they have to do, even if they're embarrassed. Yeah, so there's somebody wants to win you back. Five of Swords. Without you, they're feeling a loss. Damn, you're their soulmate. At least they think you are. Okay. They're very inspired. Their feelings are not letting them, they're not going away. They're not diminishing. They're, if anything, getting stronger for you. They're going to reach out. They're going to reach out. Conversation. They want to call you. They want to hear your voice. They're being inspired also. Okay. What else? What's future energy for Sag here? Yeah. They make a date. Three of Cups. Can we break bread? Break the stalemate. Could have been a stalemate. Very apologetic energy here. Ace of Pentacles. They want a new beginning. And I see that it is possible. Healing is required here, but you can heal together. Okay, are they Sagittarius's wish fulfillment too? How does Sag feel about them? How does Sag feel about this whole situation? Okay. Ooh. So the Eight of Cups is here. You have cut the cord on this. You walked away. Your feelings and emotions have changed. But you are happy that they called. Come on, Sag. It's like it makes you feel good that they do miss you. And that they want to heal something. Maybe there is a possibility for a second chance. They've been awakened. This is the Judgment card. Possibilities. All right. What are you recommending, Spirit, for this relationship? Oh, wow, it fell. Okay. What are you recommending for Sagittarius? Okay. Oh. Justice. Do what you feel is right. And that's true, you know, because we're looking at this from a surface, high-level standpoint. But the specifics of the relationship you know about. There could be a change in perspective here. They did obtain some knowledge, some maturity with the High Priestess, even leveled up spiritually, I hear. Okay. So it sounds like there's some growth on their part. Seven of Cups. You may give this, you may open the door for this apology. The Page of Cups. I do feel that they want to hear your voice. They want to apologize. And I feel it is sincere too. They earnestly want a second chance. Okay, and I feel like you want to give them one. You want to give them one. What's going on between these two? Spirit, tell me. What's going on? Yeah, you know, when you left Sag, or Sag left you, there was a feeling of abandonment, right? It was kind of harsh. It was a loss. Mm-hmm. But now they're standing up for you, an elephant. They remember. So they can't forget. They can't forget you. They're very resourceful. This is somebody who is not going to give up easily. Even if you say no the first time, the second time, they have the willpower. They're like a sturgeon fish. They're going to continue to circle and school around you until they get you. This is what I'm hearing. And I think, truth be told, yeah, you wanted them to act like they care about you, to show interest. That's right. What else, Sag? What do you need to know about this person? You're going to hear from them. And you are focused on self-love, but so are they. And so this comes across to both of you. I think that's why there's awakening. There's possible forgiveness. You are each other's wish fulfillment, truth be told. But there's kind of a restoration period, and acceptance, self-treatment, intention, self-awareness, self-love is very important. And we know it's required. They are thinking of you, searching your profile, your online accounts. Maybe you have multiple: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, they're looking you up. They want to keep tabs on you. They want to know what you are doing. Sag. What? Okay. What else? And when they do find you, they see that you're in a self-love flow. Maybe you haven't been posting a lot lately. Yeah, I hope they come through soon, because I feel like they've been here before, where they said they were going to take action to come towards you, and then they held back. There was indecision. They procrastinated. So let's hope that they don't do that this time, because I feel you are kind of open, receptive. But if they take too long, I do see you moving on with someone else. Matter of fact, I do see someone else crossing your path. Right, like you're not going to wait forever. Okay? Okay. Yeah, and I do think it is possible that they could miss this second chance, because it's almost like Spirit is giving them the ability to make amends with you, to communicate with you, but they're kind of being very indecisive, or thinking that they have all the time in the world, but they don't. Tell me, Spirit, what do they need to know about Sag? Sag will move on. Sag is expansion. And also Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and Venus, who is the ruler of relationships and money. And Jupiter being the planet of expansion, good luck, good favor. The wheel moving towards what's fated and destined. What's going to happen here, Spirit? Tell me. Okay. Oh, you're saddened by how long it takes, or something happens. Maybe the Five of Cups with them in another relationship. Okay. What else? How does this impact Sag? What is Sag doing? That's a sign. So in other words, you know, keep moving forward. Spirit always tells us don't wait for anybody, because they may never come. There could be a detour. And you have free will here. You have free will to do what you want. But of course, being Sag and being the sign of expansion, and new relationships are all around you. I think a new boo creeps in. Yeah, I think you pick up the pieces, you reinvent yourself, you dust yourself off, and you understand that when people aren't ready, you can't force them. Like, we're all at different levels, and divine timing is different for everybody, right? Because we're all at different stages in our relationships. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, they come, but they don't get through. They don't get through. I think they're too late. And they're like, oh my God, how did I let Sag get away? Why did I take so long? That ego, that pride. Yep, that thinking that you got all the time in the world. They say they became overwhelmed and stressed, but this time you walk away from this situation. You're walking towards commitment. You want something more. All right, tell me what Sagittarius is walking towards. Not somebody who's indecisive, somebody who knows what they want. Here we go. Spirit says you're doing the right thing, and this is calling for you to have faith. And to stay optimistic, but to continue to move forward. Let the past be the past. Leave it in the past. That's right. That's what he's saying. Oof, you're so flirtatious now, and that works wonders for you. The King or Queen of Wands, you're attractive. Oh, you're making your way. I see you out and communicating, having fun, smiling. And then boom, you do meet a new boo. And yes, they happen to be your soulmate. Yay! See what happens when we don't labor, when we just trust and go with the flow of our emotions. It's telling us to move on. Not to wait. Yeah, don't wait. I mean, if they would have came, they would have had an opportunity if they had come back then a while ago. Look. And trust, again, trust is an issue with the ace of, not the ace, the star. An important issue. Healing that heart, being able to trust again. That's something Spirit wants you to focus on, Sagittarius. Getting that heart ready. He says, pull a chakra for Sag. Chakra stone. Yes. What chakra is important right now as Sagittarius? Wow, you got a few of them. But yes, the heart, it did fall. And the root chakra being, it's almost like the King of Pentacles, I feel. Stable, solid, a solid foundation. And of course, paying attention to the third eye, your intuition, your intuitive nudgings about this situation. Because Spirit's definitely going to be talking to you. Wow. Trust is important, especially around trust, whether or not you can trust this. It will cause for you to have faith in the relationship in order for it to flourish. This is a time also when you have a new lens in terms of looking at relationships in general. You feel differently. You know kind of what you want, your vision. Almost Queen of Swords energy. You can envision. And as you two come together, you'll be able to communicate on issues that may arise to bring them to a conclusion. Things really work out with this new energy. Like whatever was absent from the old relationship, it seems to be here. When you have serious discussions, they are just that, serious discussions, but they don't elevate into fights with the 5 of Swords here. There's not a winner or a loser. Both of you win because you resolve it. Yeah, and that's what you got to do in love, right? Right. Some of you are at the point where you have to let go of the past, and Spirit says sometimes it's best to let go and let the Holy Spirit work things out in divine timing. Just let go and let God, right? Sometimes you can't fix everything, right? Very emotional right now. Somebody is very emotional at this minute, and Spirit says take a deep look, a deep dive. Really get in touch with your emotions right now, okay? New deck, okay. What else? Sag. You're a star. You have the star twice. Talking about some star power. Oof. You are the King or Queen of Wands. Fame, popularity. Some of you could be an influencer. Again, I'm feeling this social media star power. You're stepping into the spotlight. You're in the spotlight. Smile. Yeah, like you're on candid camera. So August could see you getting a lot of attention, and that's exactly what happens with the King or Queen of Wands. Okay? Yeah, I just feel like you're letting go and you're stepping into the flow. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. Also focusing on you, what you desire. Spirit says be far-sighted. Think out into the future and stay alert. You had the third eye. So a lot of downloads, a lot of information concerning ideas, creativity. You'll have a lot of discernment in terms of relationships. Oof. There's a gift coming though. Also in terms of your talents, I think you're doing something, not sure if it's going to work out, but soon to discover that it does. It works out for you. This is great. You have new talents that lead to new opportunities. You are very gifted. So that's good to know. All right, let's summarize for Sag. What does Sag need to hear to summarize this, bring it all to a nice conclusion? Thank you, Spirit. One day, when you least expect it, you're going to crash into someone who's going to be so soft and gentle with your heart. And you're going to be so glad that you have kept it open, that you've been optimistic, that you've been flirtatious. And you're going to be so glad that you chose to believe that you deserved more. Yes. And that is what caused all of this to change. Like, you were even open and receptive to them, but when they took too long to come, you knew you just had to move on. And Spirit says that kind of brings you to a soulmate. You run into a soulmate here. So there is something in the future for sure. Okay? And that is very good. I like that. Give me one angel number just to summarize this. Like, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you're working on. Endless cycles. You're very charismatic. So something definitely ends so that something new can begin. Communication is important. Movement. This is all about a time of movement. There is some truth to your resistance that needs to be accepted. Okay. Right. Maybe you were waiting too long for the past to return already. and you're tired of feeling restrained by this. It takes a decision in life for yourself. Life is about your passions and desires. When you make a change, the world around you will follow, Sag. Yep. When you decide that you want something more, then more is going to be arranged so that it comes into your life. Until the next moon phase, namaste.